If you get bailiffs knocking, it's a good idea to have a notice of removal of implied right of access on your front door. This applies to both bailiffs and policymen, and TV licence as well. You can also post up the policyman's oath and have a copy on the inside as well. Thus, if the bailiff actually does manage to determine the policyman, you can say through the door your oath of office to the policyman. Your oath of office is posted on the door. This is what you solemnly swore to do in order to obtain your warrant card. Read it carefully and reconsider it carefully, especially the bit about fundamental human rights. And then you will realise you should not be here. Here's the policyman's oath. I, da-da-da-da, psychopath of this neighbourhood, do solemnly, I mean they're not all psychopaths, please, a lot of them are, they're high for it, shaven heads, we see them, and they're young as well. I do solemnly and sincerely declare and affirm that I will well and truly serve the Queen in the office of... Come on, say it, say it. Constable! Oh! Constable! That's why it's PC. Police Constable. DC. Detective Constable. With fairness, integrity, diligence, and impartiality, upholding fundamental human rights, and according equal respect to all people, people of your colour. Equal respect, he promises.
Never.
Yeah, exactly. Quite exactly. And will, to the best of my power, cause the peace to be kept and preserved, and prevent all offences against people and property. And you're there saying you'll help to break my fucking door down! And I will, to the best of my skill and knowledge, discharge all the duties thereof, faithfully according to law. Not legal, law. That'll be on the front door. Get a policy man to read it out aloud. Repeat, fairness, integrity, diligence, impartiality a few times. Stress the word fundamental in fundamental human rights, which does not mean, therefore, Human Rights Act, which, by the way, says anything is your right except those things which we have taken away from you, or do take away from you in the future. That's Blair's Human Rights Act. Well, thank you, Tony. You arsehole. Fundamental means indefeasible. Good word. Look it up. It means cannot be taken away from you. It's yours. Tell him according to law means read the whole paragraph and think about it, because that's the law. I then go through 4 screens of this notice of removal of implied right of access, which causes a bit of hilarity with the postman, I have to say. That is if you talk to a postman. I will. What is the time? How much longer have I got?
It's 5 to 10.
And how much longer have you got?
Oh, I've got another 5 minutes and I've got another tape staying anyway, so...
Oh, so really I need to stop and let you change your tape, do I?
In 5 minutes or now, whichever you'd rather.
Well, I'll very quickly run through this. Basically, you advise, it starts off to all it concerns, it's a notice. Notice to agent, notice to principal, notice to agent applies, notice of removal, implied right of access. You are advised to read this following notice thoroughly and carefully. It's a lawful notice, it informs you, it means what it says. I hereby give notice that the implied right of access to the property known as, and you fill in your address and postcode, and surrounding areas has been removed, along with all associated property, including but not limited to any private conveyance, in respect of the following. Any employee, principal agent, third party or representative, or any other person acting on behalf or under the instruction of Her Majesty's Court Service, the corporation, or any other corporate body, i.e. company, howsoever named. Any police officer who is acting for the corporate police and not acting as a oh, they can't say this word. Constable for and on behalf of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II and her people, as expressed in the oath of office of all policemen and women, and that is as public servants upon your oath to serve with fairness, integrity, diligence, da-da-da-da-da. It's all in their oath. Please note that take notice that the landowners of England is common law jurisdiction applies exclusively. You put next paragraph. Please note, take notice that the landowners of England is common law jurisdiction. Any transgression of notice will be dealt with according to the common law. Any and all access to the above mentioned property shall be by strict invitation only and should be subject to terms and conditions available on request. You can't come in. That's the terms and conditions. We do not have and have never had a contract, and any permission you believe you may have had from me is hereby withdrawn. If you believe that you have the power of attorney to act on my behalf, you are hereby fired. And any consent that you believe you may have, tacit or otherwise, is hereby withdrawn. So up yours, matey. If you feel inclined to enforce statutes as a consequence of the matter, or report your conduct to all relevant bodies, that's we've come across something which we can use for that. And we'll pursue proof of claim in affidavit form under your full commercial liability and under penalty of perjury. You are deemed to have been served this notice with immediate effect in sincerity, honour, battery, will, da-di-da-di-da, and obviously you change my calling to your calling. Common assault, interesting, occurs if you feel that your personal safety is under threat. Do you want to change the tape or what?
Can do now if you like.
Right, I'll stop and let you change the tape.
Okay, check that.